So, welcome everyone to Podium Super Hour. Podium is a super achiever led educational platform for co curricular content taught by the world's best teachers. And we will also be launching the following courses shortly. And the courses are contemporary dance, drama, calligraphy, logical reasoning, logging, animation, creative writing, and public speaking. These programs will be taught by the world's best teachers, and we look forward to seeing you participate in those programs. Also, please follow our Facebook page, that's facebook.com/podium classes, for regular updates and recorded sessions. Today we have with us Mr. Charlene Jain. Mr. Charlene Jain is an IMM Ahmedabad alumnus and has completed his MBA and graduation in dairy technology. He currently works with India's largest dairy cooperative, Amul. And in his free time, he loves to read books, watch movies, and is also interested in wildlife photography. On behalf of Podium, I thank Mr. Charlene for joining us today. Welcome, sir. Thank you for joining us. Over to you.
The aim of this session is basically to tell you how milk reaches your house or to your glass, and what goes behind the scenes to get that glass of milk onto your table. So we'll just start. Just a brief introduction about myself. As Simran ma'am has already said, I am currently working with Amul. It is India's largest dairy in terms of it. We process the maximum amount of milk in India, and I have done MBA, and I have done a graduation in dairy technology, where they teach you about milk and milk products and everything. And as regards to my family, I have my wife and my son with me. He's a 9-year old and pretty much in your age. So that was about me. Okay. So the topic is the journey of milk to your table. So can all of you write something? Why do we need milk, or why should we drink milk or consume milk products? What is the need? Okay, if you can write just that in the comments box, that would be awesome. Let me see what all do you know. Okay, so while you are writing, I'll just start off. So as you can see, milk is known as the complete food. It is a very, very good source of calcium, which is required for healthy bones and teeth. It is a very essential source of protein. It has mainly all the vitamins except a few like vitamin A, B, D, E, and K. And it also helps in build immunity. So immunity is our ability to fight diseases. So whenever a disease or an infection strikes our body, so immunity helps to fight that infection. So milk helps us to build that in our body. Okay. So how many of you know which country is the largest producer of milk in the world? Okay. Please write that down in the comments box. Okay, I'll give you 4 options. First one is USA, Denmark. Third is New Zealand. Or fourth is India. So out of these 4, what do you think, which country is the largest producer of milk in the world? The correct answer is India. And this is how much we produce. So that's 188 million tons per year. That is 188 and then 9 zeros kgs per year. Okay. So out of this, the total milk that is produced in India, so half of it, approximately 52%, you can say, is taken by the local doodhwalas or halwais or sweet shops, and they are called the unorganized sector or the small scale processors. So the local doodhwala that gets milk to your home directly from the dairy, so he comes under the unorganized sector. And remaining, what comes in the organized sector is like big dairies like Amul, or in South India Heritage, or other dairies, which process the milk, pack it, and then deliver it to your home, or you go and buy. Okay, so it's about 50-50 what we get. Okay, so how does the milk supply chain work? You can this comes the main, you can say, gist of the topic. I mean, how does basically milk, right from where it starts and how it reaches your door? So this is uh, how it's done. So milk, as you all would know, is produced by animals. Mainly in India, we have cows and buffaloes, which are the main producers of milk. But there are other animals also whose milk is used. So, for example, in hilly areas like Ladakh, Kashmir, Northeast India, there we have yak milk, which is used by the people. In Rajasthan, for example, people drink camel milk also. Amul also has a camel milk, which we get from Rajasthan. So there are a lot of animals that we get milk from. Another being sheep and goats. So these are all the wide range of animals that we may, get milk from. People rear these animals in their homes and their farms, get the milk, and then it comes to you. So what happens is that the farmer gets the milk from the cows or the animals. They take it to a village level center, and then this center, this milk is collected, and then it goes to a chilling center. We'll go through all of this in detail. From this chilling center, the milk goes to a processing plant, and from the processing plant, it goes to consumers. So let's start at the beginning. Okay. So this is a photograph you can see in the slide. There's a lady who is milking the cow. Okay. So that she is doing by hand. Okay. And they do it twice in a day, once in early morning, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and once in the evening, about same time in the evening, 5 or 6 o'clock. So every animal is usually milked twice in a day. And as you can see, the lady is doing milking by hand. There is another method which is shown down, which is machine milking. So it's an automatic machine which you attach to the animal, and it sucks out the milk from the animal's udder. Okay, and milk is connected in that steel jar which you can see in the picture. So there are two methods, and so in the second method, in machine milking, it is mainly used for large farms and herds where a lot of milk needs to be collected, and not everyone can do it by hand. So the milk is also untouched by hand. So that is a cleaner method of getting the milk. Next is when the milk is taken from the animal. So the either the ladies or the farmers of the house take this milk in small steel containers, okay, and they come to a center called the village level collection center. At this center, there is a person sitting there who collects the milk in big cans of 40 kgs. Okay, they check the milk for its quality. They check the milk for its various components, what's all there in the milk. Okay, so at this point of time, I would like just to share that of all the milk that you get, about 87% of it is water. So if you take 1 kg of milk, that is 1000 grams, 870 grams out of that 1000 grams is water. Okay. And the fat that you get in that ranges from 4% to 7%. Usually it is about 4% for cows and about 6 to 7% for buffaloes. So that takes care of about 91%. Rest of it, whatever is remaining, is other things like protein, other sugars like lactose, vitamins, minerals. So all of this is there in the milk. It's a complex, you can say, product. So the milk is collected, as I shared, in cans and stored at room temperature as of now. Okay, at the normal temperature, which the farmers get the milk. Okay, and then what happens is it is taken to a chilling center. So here, what is done is, as you can see in the picture with the person in the blue shirt, he's smelling and tasting the milk of each can. So the steel containers that you see here are called milk cans, and they take a sample, take out some milk from each of the cans, test it. So the person with the cap in the white shirt, he is doing the testing of milk for fat, as I shared, and solids, not fat, which contains SNF. So SNF is basically proteins, other sugars, lactose, ash, and many other things. Okay, and there are some people who try to adulterate the milk, who mix other things in milk. So we have to be very, very careful of that. And we can't let that milk into the system. We cannot use that milk for manufacturing or drinking, manufacturing any product or drinking. So we need to take that milk out at the first step itself. So we have a very, very highly, you can say, trained staff, and we do the testing. So about 20 tests are done at the chilling center itself, where we see all the parameters of milk. The milk is tested, graded, and chilled to less than 3 degrees centigrade. And then this stored milk is loaded into a tanker. So in this picture on the extreme right hand top corner, you can see that there is a milk tanker. Okay, so milk is loaded into this tanker and then taken to the main plant. So the question now is, uh, why do we need to chill the milk? I told you that milk is chilled to less than 3 degrees centigrade. Okay, so who knows that why do we need to chill the milk? So we need to chill the milk because at the room temperature of about, say, 25 degrees to 30 degrees, there are bacteria in milk. Okay, which can spoil the milk, and milk can turn into curd, which is not usable. Okay, which we cannot use or which we cannot drink as such. So when we chill the milk, this bacteria do not grow at that temperature, and we can store the milk for a longer time so that we can transport it easily. Okay, we can maintain the quality of the milk. Then here comes the processing plant. So here is the picture of the processing plant on the right. So here the milk is received in the tankers, road tankers. It is tested again. Okay, all the tests are again done. Then it is pasteurized. Okay, there is a process called pasteurization, or UHT, which is ultra high heat treatment. I'll tell you what the pasteurization is in the next slide. And then this milk, after pasteurization, is sent for manufacturing of various products. So, and then all these products are sent in the plant manufactured in the plant, packed as per their temperature requirements, and then dispatched to various locations or places as the requirement may be. So I have a video here of a packing machine, okay, which is packing the milk. Just hold on, I'll just play that video. So, so this is a milk packing machine. The packets of milk that you get in your home. So this is a machine, automatic machine. So milk comes in it from the top, and the packing film that you see here, that that comes in a form of a roll. That is my plant, you can see. And then the milk is filled in these polythene film through a pipe, and that pouch or packet is sealed through heat. So when you heat the film, it is sealed, and then the packet drops down. Okay, so this is a fully automatic process. There is no touching of milk anywhere. You cannot even see the milk. You can see the milk only when it is packed inside the pouch. Okay, so this is a totally computer controlled machine that we have, and there are about 50 machines like this in the whole plant. So this is just the packing of liquid milk. Like this, there are packing machines and manufacturing machines for various other products, like there is ice cream or cheese, ghee, paneer. So all of these products are made in different sections inside the plant. Okay. And so as we discussed pasteurization, so what is pasteurization? Anybody knows, or whatever guesses you can do? So pasteurization is, we heat the milk to 72 degrees, hold it at that temperature for 15 seconds, and then immediately chill it to less than 3 degrees centigrade. Okay. So what heating to 72 degrees does is that it kills all the harmful bacteria in the milk. So whatever harmful bacteria are dangerous for your health, so this pasteurization process kills all those bacteria, and uh, then milk is safe for consumption. So you can drink pasteurized milk just like that. You don't even need to boil it. Another process is, which I have not written here, is UST treatment, which is ultra high temperature. So in pasteurization, you heat the milk to 72 degrees. In UST treatment, you just double the temperature, which is 130 degrees approximately. Okay, 130 degrees, and you hold it for 2 seconds. That's about it. Otherwise, if you take it longer, then the milk will spoil more than 2 seconds. Okay, so interesting bit. What all products can be made from milk? I have told you during the class also, and before the class started, we were discussing. So what all products can you think can be made from milk? So, so this is some of the range. This is not the full range which we can make. Okay. So all of these are Amul products. So we can make buttermilk, lassi, flavored milk. We can use milk for drinking, making tea. Then there is ice cream, and there is ghee, dahi, butter, milk powder. So all of these, cheese, all of these products can be made from milk that you get from the farm. Okay. So now from a cow, we have reached the product. Okay. And how does this product, once manufactured or milk once packed, reaches your home? Okay, so this is how it reaches your home. So the milk packets that you saw in the video, So those milk packets are put into those yellow crates that you see in the shop. So we put milk packets in those yellow crates, and then these crates are then taken in that truck, which is a insulated truck, okay, which helps in maintaining the temperature. It helps to retain the chilled chilliness of the milk, okay. So milk is, as you would remember, milk is chilled to less than 3 degrees centigrade, okay. So once it comes out in the open air, the temperature starts to rise again, and this insulated trucks help to keep that longer, okay. So insulated trucks are used, and then they are taken to various shops or milk parlors, or they are directly home delivered to you, okay. So this is basically the journey of milk from the animal to your house, okay. And there is a video that I want you all to see. This is a very old video which we used to see in our childhood, but this is a very, very nice, interesting video.
पियो ग्लास फुल दूध 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 है वंडरफुल पी सकते हैं रोज ग्लास फुल दूध 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 गर्मी में डालो दूध में आइस दूध बन गया वेरी नाइस पियो डेली वंस और ट्वाइस मिल जाएगा टेस्टी सरप्राइज दूध 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 ड्रिंक वंडरफुल दूध पियो ग्लास फुल दूध है मस्त in every season पियो दूध for healthy reason रहोगे फिर fit and fine जियोगे past 99 Do have a milk and drink a more दूध now got to have a दूध 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 चारों ओर मच गया शोर give me more give me more wonderful दूध पियो glass full दूध